You are listening to the Coach's Corner Show on KYNT, Yankton's home team. Now, let's get you caught up on Yankton High School athletics with KYNT Sports Director and the voice of the Bucks and Gazelles, Bryce Ladwig.
Hey, welcome to the Coach's Corner. Good morning here at 1019 Broadway Avenue. Thank you for joining us. The Coach's Corner powered by Explorers Credit Union. Explorers Credit Union has a vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference at explorerscu.com. The Yankton Gazelles and Bucks fell in varsity action last night to Rapid City Stevens. The Bucks in heartbreaking fashion by 1 point. So I have both those post-game coach interviews to play for you here this morning. I also caught up with Coach Robert Coyle of Yankton Wrestling. The girls' ESD conference meet just wrapped up on Thursday, and so I talked to him yesterday for this show. And we'll catch up with Coach Justin Olson of Yankton Gazelles Gymnastics next week as our season debrief, as he and the Gazelles Gymnastics team are at the state meet currently. So good luck to the Gazelles. We'll have complete results on the morning show on KYNT for you Monday morning. And sincerely, best of luck to the Gazelles. Coaches join us on the Pizza Ranch phone line. We'll take a break, come back, and continue here on the Coach's Corner. Start talking Yankton basketball. Good morning.
My name is Dr. Gibson, and teaching allows me to show my compassionate spirit. I instruct a lot of students that want to go into the medical fields. If I can teach them how to be compassionate and look out for others and even help each other, they'll be better in their careers. They will be better physical therapists, better doctors, better nurses.
Show your spirit at Mount Marty University and schedule a tour today at showyourspiritmmu.com.
FNBO is the great big small bank, and for more than 165 years, we've been with you where you are. A bank that's ready for all your needs, both big and small. Here to help you earn more, save more, so you can do more every step of the way. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank. FNBO, independent and family-owned for 6 generations, and ever so focused on you. Stop on by or visit us at fnbo.com, member FDIC.
If you want a job where your work matters, you belong at Avera. Here, we've invested in our workforce because every Avera team member drives our health ministry forward, making a difference in lives and communities every day. We offer competitive pay, great health insurance, and even career opportunities. We're putting people first, including you. Search for local job openings and apply at avera.org/careers.
Rodents want to make your home their home. Pesky invaders go in search of warm housing and food for the winter. An invasion of rodents can be costly and can contribute to disease and contamination of products. So trust the experts to keep them out. Olson Pest Technicians is family-owned with over 80 years of experience. Even the toughest infestations don't stand a chance. Olson Pest Technicians, putting pests to rest since 1966. Call 800-KIL-BUGS.
So I switched my insurance to State Farm, and get this. I talked to an actual State Farm agent who lives in my actual town. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town gave me actual help with the coverage I needed. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town who gave me actual help actually knows my name. And get this. They actually say it's called service.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411.
Truxedo is proud to have been part of the Yankton community since its start in 2000.
One of the things I love most is that they believe in promoting from within. I've been given many opportunities to advance.
Truxedo has an extensive variety of benefits available to their employees.
The work environment at Truxedo is extremely positive.
We are looking for you to join our production team. Visit www.truxedo.com/careers to apply.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. CoreTrust helps your business thrive with checking, online bill pay, small business loans, credit card processing, local approval and support for government grants and loans, investments to grow your hard-earned assets, and insurance to protect them. All from CoreTrust, the community bank that's right down the street and everywhere you want us to be. Visit CoreTrustBank.com today.
Member FDIC.
All right, welcome back to the Coaches Corner, 1019 Broadway Avenue, powered by Explorers Credit Union. Yankton Gazelles fell in their varsity matchup. But first, let's go over sub-varsity action. In the freshman game, the Gazelles lost by 5, 47-42. Isabel Sheldon led the way with 17 points and 11 rebounds. Actually, I should say September Rauch led the way with 21 points. That was in the freshman game. In the C game, Gazelles fell 59-38. Nora Kraske led the way with 14 points. In the JV matchup, Gazelles fell 54-38. Nora Kraske and Jocelyn Elwood each had 9 points in that loss. Varsity action, Yankton fell 42-26. And really boiled down to, we talked about in the pregame, just the Gazelles have had such great basketball played this year. I sincerely mean that. They just haven't really been able to put together 4 quarters consistently. And against Pierre, it was a 4-point third quarter that kind of ended up being the culprit of that loss. And then last night, a 2-point third quarter. And that was turned out to be a problem as well. Your final stats for that one: as a team, Yankton 1 of 10 from 3, 17 rebounds, 13 steals, however, so good defensive effort. Leading the way scoring was Cameron Koletsky and Macy Drossman, each with 6 points. And Claire Tereshinsky had 5 points, Emma Herbolt with 4, Eden Wolfgram with 3, and Carly Chop with 2. She came into the game. Here's my post-game coach interview with Coach Matt Decker following the Gazelles' loss.
Being joined by Coach Matt Decker of the Yankton Gazelles. Coach, thanks for joining us here. Let's start talking about that game. It was a great start for the Gazelles. Really came out of the gate pretty strong with a really good Stevens team. Held Porter in that first half, I think like 4 points or something of that nature. She was a big target for the Gazelles defensively, of course. When you talk about the start of the game.
Yeah, I thought we had a good first half. And like you said, held Porter to 4. We really wanted to kind of throw our defense into the mix right away. And I thought we did a good job, which turned into our offense. Having a good half. Held them to 13 points in the first half. That's what we want. We just got to learn to keep doing that all the way through the second half.
And then it kind of reminded me of the Pierre game a little bit. It's kind of that rough third. 2 points scored in the third. And I just noticed that Stevens really ramped up their full court press pressure, and the Gazelles kind of struggled with that. A lot of turnovers there in the third.
Yeah, I thought we struggled against, trapping the ball right away. They were trapping the ball right away at half court. And we kept going to that side of the court, and we had to learn, and we kept trying to make the adjustment of getting the ball in the middle. And it was a good learning opportunity for us. If we ever see that again, we just have to keep working on it, trying to get the ball in the middle. But I thought that a lot of things didn't go our way in the second half, and the thing with this group is we just have to keep fighting till the end and keep working hard. And I thought at times we sort of looked like we had given up, and we can't have that. We have to keep going because we got Central tomorrow, so we have to keep going.
Well, you're talking about not giving up, and that falls on the senior leadership of the team, obviously. And you have a lot of really important seniors on this team. This is senior players, and I'll name them for you. But Peyton Mosier, Claire Tereshinsky, Bailey LaCroix, Cameron Koletsky, Macy Drossman, Emma Herbolt. That's a big crew right there for the Yankton Gazelles. Will you talk about them a little bit?
Yeah, our seniors have worked hard for 4 years, and they've done everything that's been asked of them so far this year. And tonight was their night, and unfortunately it didn't go our way, but it was a good night to celebrate our seniors and how hard they've worked. They really have worked hard, and I'm lucky to come into a group of seniors like this, and they could have made it really tough on me, but I'm pretty lucky that they were pretty welcoming when I got the head coaching job.
Well, we turn our attention to the pregame coach interview. Coach, you have Rapid City Central, obviously tomorrow afternoon. What can you tell me about that Central squad coming up from West?
Well, it's definitely not an easy task. They're going to be pushing the ball offensively, and they're very skilled offensively. They're big, they're fast, and athletic. So we just got to make sure we're ready.
All right, Coach. Always appreciate the time. Thank you.
Thanks, Bryce.
Thanks to Coach Matt Decker for joining us. It was always tough to talk to him after just really tough losses like that, but he's always able to make the time, and we really appreciate it from Coach Matt Decker. All right, Yankton Bucks basketball. Let's turn our attention to the Bucks. In the 9B game for the Bucks lost 47-42. Andrew Budig had 20. Carson Krall had 8 points. In the 9A game, Yankton lost 63-37. Ivan Hirschman, 22. Austin Conway, 5. Remington Adams with 2. Sophomore game, Yankton lost 54-51. Owen with 16. Hirschman with 8. Boomsma with 8. And Conway with 8. In the JV matchup, Yankton lost by 41-40. Miles Drotzman with 8 points, Abel Bryan with 7, Beck Reichen with 7, and Tegan LaCroix with 7. It was a rough night for Yankton Bucks basketball. So many good games, just couldn't quite get it all together last night. Yankton Bucks varsity, a tough one, 40-39 loss. Yankton had the lead with 9 seconds to go, and a three-pointer from Segrist and a defensive breakdown from the Bucks led to that open shot on top of the key. But as a team, just a really good night. 22 rebounds for Yankton, 12 for Rapid City Stevens. Overall, Yankton ended up with 6 steals, 5 of those coming from Landon Potts. Carson Ness had a block. Tegan LaCroix had a block. Miles Drotzman had a block. Rebounding, the lead rebounder for the Bucks was Tucker Gilmore with 6. Scoring-wise, Landon Potts led the way with 14. Matthew Sheldon with 13. Hit the first 3 3-pointers of the game. It was incredible. Had the first 11 points of the game for the Bucks. 4 points for Tucker Gilmore, 3 for Tegan LaCroix, 3 for Carson Ness, and 2 for Miles Drotzman. Those freshmen have been playing out of their minds at the varsity level. I love watching Tegan LaCroix and Miles Drotzman play lately. You love to see it. Well, this is Coach Chris Haynes following the loss. If you're wondering why I'm apologizing to him in the beginning of the interview, it's because I'm going to go ahead and call him out. Coach Matt Decker accidentally closed the door to the media nest up there, and Coach Chris Haynes was trying to get in, and he was having difficulty because it was locked. And so he was just sitting out there just banging on the door for a while. So I eventually heard it and went over and let him in. So there was that to add to the night. But here's the post-game coach interview with Coach Chris Haynes.
All right, so great start to the game for Yankton tonight. Obviously, you have Matthew Sheldon ripping off 3 straight threes. That was exciting, and it's a great atmosphere to get things started. Kind of talk about the opening parts of the game.
Yeah, Matthew was good to start, and they were laying off him a little bit. Hasn't been shooting it great this year, but he's capable of making some shots. And so it was nice to see him get it going a little bit there in the first quarter and make some shots. And you could tell our guys just kind of fed into that and got us going a little bit.
All right, a great rebounding effort tonight for the Bucks. You've been talking about that for many of our post games. You want to see better effort on the glass. Tonight was one of those nights. A lot of tipping, but a lot of just hard rebounding from the Bucks.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we have to do. We got to scrap and claw, and thought we gave up a few, but you're going to do that. But we also got a few on the offensive end as well, and we haven't been getting a lot. So that was nice to see our guys battling on the boards. And Rapid City Stevens is a really good rebounding team. Their numbers are plus in that category all year, and I thought the big part of the game was they kind of had to match up with us. They went small to try to match up with us, and Matthew obviously was a big part in that. And even when Tucker was in foul trouble there in the first half, we saw that it was hard for us to guard them down here on our end because they were big, but then they had troubles guarding us too.
Obviously, the Potts go-ahead 3-point shot near the end of the fourth. That was a big moment. How'd that play break down once you left the huddle and that happened?
Yeah, just making a play, right? And just in motion. It wasn't like we ran a set play or anything for him. But he's a good player and a good shooter and a senior. On senior night, you really wanted this one. He played well. He played a really good game, and obviously this one stings. Really wanted it for Tucker and Landon and Miles. But got to give Stevens credit. They made the plays and the shots down the stretch when they had to.
Will you talk about that last shot from Segrist, kind of the breakdown that play a little bit?
Yeah, we had a breakdown defensively. He set a back screen, and both of our guys went with him, with the guy that he screened to the basket, and then he came off a double screen, and we had no one on him. And that wasn't the way it was supposed to go, but those things happen, and miscommunication, and obviously it happened at a bad time for us there.
This is the most obvious thing I can say. Of course, you would want a win in the situation, but it was a great atmosphere tonight on senior night. You really could ask for much more than that. It was just the place was rocking for the seniors. Yeah,
really good Friday night. We appreciate the fans. Obviously, we haven't won as many games as we would have liked this year, but that's why Yankton's so special. Is the community is there and supporting us. Obviously, it's easy to support a team when things are going well, right? And you're winning a lot of games. So for them to come out and support us tonight when things aren't going as well as maybe you like is a true testament, I think, to our community.
We turn to our pregame show. I'm joking. Can you tell me a little bit about Rapid City Central?
Yeah, again, another athletic team. They got about 6'2" to 6'4" across the board. And kind of very similar to us in the fact that they're guard orientated. They don't really have a true post player that they just play through or throw the ball into a lot. Two evenly matched teams, and for us, it's going to be more not about Rapid City Central, but obviously the way this one ended tonight, it's going to be more about us. We told our guys it's going to sting tonight, it should hurt tonight, but you got to get up tomorrow and got another game and got to be ready to go. Obviously, as a competitor, and our guys have character, and they've competed hard all year, and we expect nothing less for them tomorrow afternoon.
Coach, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, thanks, Bryce.
Of course, Rapid City Central today for both the Gazelles and Bucks. That's coming up here very shortly. I need to get over to the arena here soon. Thanks to Coach Chris Haynes taking the time. And we'll go ahead and take a break here on the Coach's Corner show. Come back and play that Coach Robert Coyle interview for Yankton Bucks Wrestling. This is the Coach's Corner. Good morning.
Vision Care takes pride in the products we offer. That's why we offer a wide range of stylish and protective sunglasses from your favorite brands like Ray-Ban, Oakley, Maui Jim, and luxury brands like Fendi, Gucci, and more. Our experienced team will help you find the perfect pair of sunglasses to fit your face shape, your style, and your budget. Protect your eyes and look great while doing it. Call today to schedule an appointment.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
What would you call free checking that pays you cash back on purchases? Unbelievable? No, it's super-powered free checking called Kasasa Cashback, and it gives you free ATM access nationwide every month you qualify with no monthly maintenance fees ever. Get your Kasasa Cashback account at Explorers Credit Union or visit explorerscu.com to learn more. Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact Explorers Credit Union for details. Federally insured by NCUA.
Traveling to Yankton for business or pleasure? Then book your stay at Yankton's two best hotels, the Fairfield Inn and Suites and Holiday Inn Express. Both are conveniently located to everything in Yankton. Both offer complimentary hot breakfast and meeting rooms for business travelers. And if you want a great rate and still be able to change your reservation without a hassle, call either hotel direct. The Fairfield and Holiday Inn Express, two great hotel choices when visiting or arranging rooms for guests to Yankton.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT&RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. MTRCSmithInsurance.com.
At Triple Time Rudy's, not only do you get top-notch fuel to keep you on the move, but it's a destination for delicious local treats. You'll find quality South Dakota products like Dimmick cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. It's your community's pit stop for more than just fuel. Triple Time Rudy's supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers. For all your daily fill-ups and convenience needs, stop by Triple Time Rudy's at 17th and Broadway.
Attention homeowners, if you've been on the fence about selling, I'd love the opportunity to sit and visit with you. With low inventory, now would be a good time to call me, Deb Speck at Vision Real Estate. I'll provide you with a free market analysis and a no-pressure approach. Call me at 605-664-5555 to find out if now is the right time to make a move.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
And welcome back to the Coach's Corner. Bryce Ladwig here, 1019 Broadway Avenue. Talked to Coach Robert Coyle of Yankton Wrestling yesterday morning. It was the morning following the girls' ESD action that was at Harrisburg. So I talked to him about that, a little bit about the Yankton Invitational from February 3rd, and kind of what's next for Yankton Wrestling. A lot to talk about. Let's get right into it. This is my conversation with Coach Robert Coyle of Yankton Wrestling.
All right, let's start talking Yankton wrestling. Joining us on the Pete's Ranch phone line, Coach Robert Coyle. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Recording this Friday morning, but this is the morning after the girls' ESD conference matchup. We'll talk about that in a little bit here, Coach. But first, February 3rd, Yankton hosted Invitational, kind of a 30,000-foot view. Kind of how was that? Talk about it a little bit, as much detail as you want.
That was it. So I had never been to it. I know Watertown came to it this year, but when I was in high school, I never came to it. And I was just really impressed with like our whole, just not even the wrestling, but like our whole staff, like, running the tournament, like everybody did their part. So just wanted to make sure that all of our Yankton, staff and alumni that helped with that, know that, I appreciate them and that they did a really good job, because I was really impressed with how the tournament was ran. And I was able myself just to focus on coaching, which was nice. So, and then you get into the wrestling. It was a great weekend of wrestling. Definitely had its ups and downs. It was the first time we had about 4 or 5 kids drop a weight. Our OPC testing earlier in the year allowed us to get a few kids down here late in the year, and so we knocked them down a weight class. And we saw some improvement and some results within there. Chase Platt took out 2 kids that were ranked above him and had a really good tournament. Devin Koch, our 120-pounder, kind of had an up and down season all year, but I know he has it, and he beat 2 kids that beat him earlier in the year. So that's always cool to see. Progress, that shows progress from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. Also, Dylan Sloan having a great tournament for the boys, as well as both Monica and Jacqueline placing for the girls as well. So it was just a really good tournament. It was at home. Every time we got a win at home, everybody was, talking about it on their feet. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, you love to see that. Home invites or home competitions just mean a little bit more, right? I mean, it's just to be able to do it in front of your home crowd on your home mats just means a little bit extra, right?
Absolutely. More people are there, and for Chase, and I should say Chase Howe did place as well. He got 8th place, but for Chase, Monica, Massey, and Dylan Sloan, that was their last time they'll ever wrestle, as a Yankton Buck or Gazelle. So for them all to go out placing too at a tough tournament, that makes me happy for them and their families and everything all their time they've put into Yankton wrestling.
Oh, for sure. Coach, let's talk about the ESC conference meet for the girls. That was Thursday at Harrisburg. First of all, the atmosphere at Harrisburg. I'm a big atmosphere guy, so I always ask about it. That's a big deal. It's a small team for Yankton, just a few Gazelles, but I'm sure it was still loud for those girls, right?
Yeah, it wasn't really a very quickly ran tournament, but it was all girls, so it just gave them a time and a place to it would just be girls. It was just about them. Which is always good to help the sport grow, get more girls out and see, hey, girls can do this too. So, it was a good atmosphere in Harrisburg in the high school gym. And I think they had 3 mats running, and Jacqueline was able to get a runner-up finish. And, she lost to a girl in the finals. And I think she can end up beating here later in the year, possibly at state. And Monica Massey, she made that last round right before placing that, we called that blood round. So if she would have won, she would have went for 3rd and 4th. But great tournament from both girls.
Yeah, so Jacqueline Kite, you mentioned it, but she took home 2nd place at 138, advanced the championship round before falling to Caitlin Yaxley of Watertown. Then you said Monica Massey went 1 and 2 on the day at 114. So great competition for those girls. That's the last competition for the Gazelles before the state tournament, right? Qualifiers and seeding are still being determined?
Correct. Yep. We'll know I don't know who, but somebody in the state is wrestling Tuesday. So that's the last day for any results to get put into track wrestling. And then we get an email with the top 16 girls at every weight. I'm assuming either Tuesday night or Wednesday. And then we'll know who's going to the dance.
Should we have a live stream of the reveal?
If we could get wrestling as big as March Madness, the selection Sunday, we would be
a big bracket
that
reveal.
Would be great. Oh, that would be awesome. I'd be loving it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Next up for Yankton wrestling as a whole, the boys regional tournament that's at Brandon Valley on the 16th. What can we expect coming into the regional tournament?
That's going to be kind of a make or break for a lot of these kids. It's their, we don't want it to be Dylan or Chase's last time wrestling, so we go in and got some hard practices this week, a couple hard ones next week to make sure they're well and conditioned, and then we'll taper off, that Wednesday, Thursday to make sure that, they're nice and feel good and not too tired as well. So I've been through this postseason grind, I feel like about 8, 9, 10 years myself. So as a coach, seeing it now, just getting them to realize, keep your foot on that. I've told the papers and stuff, telling them keep their foot on the gas pedal, don't slow down, get it done, punch their ticket to state, top 4 from every region goes. So there's no reason we can't bring a bunch of Bucks to the state tournament, the 22nd through the 24th.
Coach, my last question is kind of an overview question. It regards girls wrestling, but even before you became a coach, you have your thumb on just kind of the Yankton high school, not Yankton, but just South Dakota high school wrestling culture. Are you impressed with how fast girls wrestling has taken off in the States, just being sanctioned just a few years ago?
Yes, I am. Just seeing the EST tournament yesterday, it's not, there's 9 EST teams right now, so it's not like that was a huge tournament, but being just girls only, that was really cool to see. And then, hearing about, some of the other big girls tournaments around the state, just how many girls are out, how many girls are competing. And they're not just from your bigger, they're not just from Watertown, Aberdeen. You're seeing Viborg having a bunch of girls. You're seeing Bon Holm have a bunch of girls. So I'm impressed too with seeing, how many are as also at the smaller, less populated teams, so that's pretty cool, or towns, I should say. That's pretty cool to see how it's growing, and pretty rapidly, like you said. That's what we want for our sport. It's what's going to help it grow. So we got to keep that going.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, we'll talk next week if we can get some time. Hopefully we will. And
absolutely. Thanks
so much for joining us, and congratulations to the Yankton Gazelles on the ESD conference competitions. Always appreciate you joining us.
Absolutely. I appreciate you having me, Bryce. Thank you.
All right, thanks to Coach Robert Coyle for joining me on the Pizza Ranch phone line. Always appreciate him taking the time to catch us all up on Yankton Gazelles and Bucks wrestling. The season's already coming to an end. This winter season for all sports have just gone by so fast, but it's been so much fun to cover, and looking forward to covering it for the next few weeks, as well as Yankton Wrestling kind of puts the bow ties on their season as well. We'll take a break, come back, and continue here on the Coach's Corner. Good morning.
You feel awful. Stuffy nose, then runny nose. Sniffles too. You don't know what to take to make yourself feel better. At Yankton Rexall, when you feel under the weather, we want to help. But there are a lot of over-the-counter choices. Some may even interfere with the daily medications you're taking. The Yankton Rexall staff is there to help you make the best choice for your health. Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923.
The other day, a gal came into the UPS store to drop off a package. On her way out, she noticed the print sample wall and asked if we could print invitations. The answer was, yes, we can. Hi, this is Doug at the UPS store in Yankton and Vermilion. For over 7 years now, the UPS store has been helping hundreds of customers with their printing needs. From basic copies to business cards and invitations to posters, we can print them. Stop out and ask about our current print specials and see how we can help with your printing needs.
Sports injuries can be the result of competitive activities, but can also happen by just participating in leisure activities too. If you're experiencing pain as the result of your chosen activity, consider chiropractic care. I'm Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson with First Chiropractic Centers. We have experienced chiropractors that work with sports injuries every day. Our treatment options are aimed to minimize pain, reduce recovery time, and reduce risk of future injuries. Visit First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
Old Man Winter is here, and you don't want your car left out in the cold because of a broken garage door. Routine service of your doors and openers could prevent some future problems, but unpredictable problems could put your door out of commission. When unforeseen problems arise, the professionals at Upper Midwest Garage Door are prepared to get your door going again. Call today for routine service or when a problem arises. Find more at uppermidwestgaragedoor.com, your authorized Clopay dealer.
Everyone loves something different about our buffet, which is good because buffet has something for everyone. This is Annie from Yankton Pizza Ranch. Come in and fill your plate with good food that makes you feel good inside. Don't see your favorite pizza on the buffet? Request it using Buffet Your Way. We'll make it, bake it, and give you the very first slice. Grab the country's best chicken paired with tasty sides and finish off with sweet cactus bread at Yankton Pizza Ranch.
Medicare coverage is not a one-size-fits-all coverage. Do you like to travel? Are you wanting to spend your winters down south? or just spend some time with your grandkids. Make sure you choose a plan that fits your needs and will travel with you. Visit Julie at Missouri River Associates to review your upcoming Medicare or your current needs. That's Julie at Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
Don't just bank, be an explorer. Here at Explorers Credit Union, we do banking differently. As a not-for-profit, member-owned credit union, we know that financial wellness isn't a destination, it's a journey. We're here to help you set goals and reach them with the financial tools, expertise, and support you need. If you're looking for better rates on your loans and local service from your friends and neighbors, Explorers Credit Union has you covered. Learn how we can help your financial journey at explorerscu.com.
Old Man Winter is here, and you don't want your car left out in the cold because of a broken garage door. Routine service of your doors and openers could prevent some future problems, but unpredictable problems could put your door out of commission. When unforeseen problems arise, the professionals at Upper Midwest Garage Door are prepared to get your door going again. Call today for routine service or when a problem arises. Find more at uppermidwestgaragedoor.com, your authorized Clopay dealer.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner. This is Bryce Ladwig. Thank you for joining us, and busy day ahead for myself and Assistant Sports Director Braden Butler. We have, my show right now, obviously, and then we have Yankton basketball on KYNT and KYNT Plus and KYNTV. That is at 12. Pregame goes till about 5 or so, and then Yankton Bucks hockey at the Ice Arena later in the evening. That's all ahead here today on KYNT and KYNTV. Of course, Lancer basketball on KYNT radio today. So if you're looking to listen to the Bucks or Gazelles action, KYNT Plus, just go to the website, go to the Sports Zone, you'll find it, or just go to your free KYNT mobile app and choose the KYNT Plus option on there. You really can't miss it. Thanks to all the coaches for joining us. Next week, we'll have a full season debrief with Coach Justin Olson of Yankton Gazelles Gymnastics. Again, best of luck to all of them up at state, and we'll talk to you later. This has been the Coach's Corner. Go Bucks, go Gazelles, go enjoy the rest of your weekend. This is Bryce Ladwig.
You've been listening to the Coach's Corner show on KYNT, Yankton's home team. Remember, you can re-listen or re-watch this show in its entirety by visiting the KYNTV YouTube page. This has been the Coach's Corner show on KYNT, Yankton's home team.